What is up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Liverpool-Manchester United preview here on Anfield Agenda. And I'm on time, so you know what I mean? It is Easter Monday. I think this is the day that Jesus rose from the dead, so I decided I could rise from my bed on time and actually show up. I was thinking, will I make them wait? Will I be, will I be fashionably late for the stream? And then I thought, nah. These good folks of Anfield Agenda's community deserve their Lord and Saviour Craigie Christ to be on here nice and early. I am half waffling already, but I'm running into the stream a second. Look, I hope you had a lovely weekend. Sincerely, I hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope you're all in a semi-chocolate coma at this point. And look, the games keep coming, don't they? They keep coming thick and fast, and tomorrow, it's the turn of Manchester United to be beaten by Liverpool at Anfield. So, yeah, look, I'm going to go through my favourite 11. I keep going to say predicted 11, but it's my favourite 11, really. And my score prediction for the game. We'll have a chat about whatever it is you guys want. Want to start off by saying apologies. Didn't get to record the video with Goldbridge yesterday that we'd hoped would have been out today. I never heard back from Mark. I know he was under the weather, busy as well. So look, it's no problem. It is what it is. I apologise because I did think we had it sorted. But look, these things happen. But I'm here, so that's good. So we'll go through this. So look, let me say, a lot of people got into this game on, off the back of our great run of form, off the back of United being shite, thinking that we're going to go beat them 5-0 again. I'm not in that camp. I think that this is their season right now for United. It's shit or get off the pot for the Champions League hopes, and they would love nothing more than to spoil the party for us and, put a dent in our title ambitions. Now, I suppose the difference between this game tomorrow against Manchester United and the game coming up against Everton is I'm more concerned about Everton kicking the living shit out of our players than I am about them actually sticking the ball between the rectangular shaped goal. But United had some quality within their team. It's just, can they put it together? Can they produce a cohesive display against Liverpool? I think not. I think we still win the game. I'm going to go through and explain my 11 in a second and my thought process around why I went with that 11. So look, big game coming up tomorrow night. So what's going to happen here on the channel tomorrow is Paddy and Connor are coming down to my house. We're going to do a watch along of the game together, and then we'll do some post-match shows and stuff like that as well. Just a heads up, tomorrow's game is on YouTube because it's a league game, and our coverage will be starting about 45 minutes before the game kicks off. So look, let's say hello to the chat. How are we all? Nice to see you guys in. I hope you had a cracking weekend. Appreciate you guys giving up your time as always to pop in and say hello. Right, so where are we then? Where are we? What direction did I want to go? Did you guys see the new League Liverpool kit, by the way? I'll make sure Connor has the image ready for tonight. We sent it into our Discord group. It's okay, to be honest with you. It's very inoffensive, but I think maybe it's too plain for some. Anyway, we'll talk about that tonight because I'll be joined by Paddy and Chris later on. Feels like ages since the three of us have been together for a stream because Paddy was obviously over at the Benfica game, then Chris has been away for a few days, so be lovely to catch up with the lads as well. So yeah, how are we all? And let's jump across and have a look at my predicted 11, if that works. And yeah, appreciate you guys coming in as always. We have, as you see, hit 136,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that, means a lot. Apologies if I gave anybody a heart attack, by the way, with the thank you for everything video. It was only after it had been posted and sorted out that my dumb ass decided, or looked at it and went, oh, that could be interpreted as people thinking I've thrown my toys out of the pram and I'm leaving. Sorry, that wasn't my intention. Right, let's have a look anyway. Let me just swap over scenes and we will go and have a look at my score prediction and my 11 prediction for tomorrow, and then we'll have a chat about it, see what you guys think, see how you can tell me I'm wrong, and we'll go from there. Right, one sec. Right, here we go. So let's start off with the score, shall we? 3-1. And I take it right now if you offered it to me. Look, this game could be anything. Could we beat them 4-5-0? Yes. Could they beat us? No. Could they get a draw? Perhaps. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was at Old Trafford. Like that they're going to want to put this right. They're going to want to at least win some of the fans over. And look, Ralph Rangnick's job looks like it's a matter of time before he moves upstairs. He was speaking today in his press conference about, you know, how it's no surprise to him that the players that we have, because, you know, Jurgen Klopp plays a very similar style to the Leipzig and Red Bull clubs that he was there before, and how 5 or 6 of our players have come through the clubs that he was once a part of. And I don't really know where he was going with it, whether he was just trying to kind of compliment Klopp for this philosophy of style of football, or whether he was trying to big himself up being part of these players' journeys through. But ultimately, I like to think of Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp as the finishing school for these boys. So, you know, whatever they did beforehand, they became superstars when they arrived at Liverpool and will work with Jurgen Klopp. So look, here's my 11, and I will have a go with this one. So 3-1 was my score prediction. I felt like I haven't given an away goal in a while, because, you know, I used to always give the away team a goal, but I decided, you know what, they might get one. They thought they had one at Old Trafford, by the way, and just to refresh your memories, because I know sometimes in a long season with a lot of fixtures, people can wonder what the score may have been in the reverse fixture. I can, of course, confirm that it was did many 5-0 at their gaff. 5-0 5 5-0 nil 5 5 5-0. It was 5 at your gaff, in front of your own fans, in front of Sir Alex Ferguson sitting up in the stands. Never ever ever forget that Kenny Dalglish was pissing himself laughing at Old Trafford while Sir Alex Ferguson was turning the milk in his coffee sour. That's what happened. That many unanswered. Now, what have the Premier League done to react to this? Well, they've said, look, that's not fair. We can't have our Manchester United getting their asses handed to them again. So what can we do? Martin Atkinson. That's what we can do. Martin Atkinson is the man for the job. So let's see what happens tomorrow when Martin Atkinson and Manchester United arrive to Anfield. Let's see. Let's see how they'll find a way to try and make it difficult for us. But let's just get to my 11 now. Alisson in goal. Kanade and Van Dijk at centre-back for me. Kanade has completely just got me in love with him at this point. I love Joel Matip. He's been amazing. Joel Matip could play this game and I would have no complaints. But that response and that performance from Kanade against Manchester City and against... I'm more thinking against Benfica, actually, sorry. Against Benfica. It's just been phenomenal. So, go with him again. Why not? No harm. Van Dijk speaks for itself. Now, I have to say I was a little bit struggling at the fullback situation. I've gone for Robbo and Trent, but I was very close to trying Costas and giving Costas a run out, because I think against a team like Manchester United, I think Costas could be a very good plus point in our attack and could help us absolutely destroy United. But I think Andy Robertson deserves to start this game. I was close though, really close. I've been very impressed with Costas lately, and I don't think Robbo had his best game against Manchester City, albeit not a bad game. If you look back at it, I think it was their first goal. I could be wrong, but I think it was their first goal. Came from Robertson misplacing an inside pass. Now, you've heard me speak about Robbo a lot on the channel over the past few weeks and say that I think he's cutting inside too much. I think he's too predictable. And that pass inside was a good example of that. Now look, a lot happened after that. We still had chances to defend, but if my memory is right, I think Robbo was guilty of giving the ball away right at the start of the second half as well, when the first thing you do, anyone who's been in a team, played football will know this. If you're 3-0 up, 2-0 up, anything like that in a cup game, in a knockout game, the first thing your gaffer is going to say to you is go out there in the second half, keep it tight for the first 10-15 minutes, give them nothing, because they're going to come out 100 miles an hour trying to get an early goal and get their way back into the game. And I thought Robbo was a bit naive, and that gave City an opportunity to attack them with the quality they had. They scored. So I've gone with Robbo, but I could understand any shouts for Costas. I may go Costas actually for the Everton game. The more I think about it, rest Robbo up for Villarreal. But anyway, that's the back four that I've gone for in this one. Moving into midfield, I think you'll agree with me that that's the midfield we want to see. Now, come on. I know there's going to be a load of people going, Hendo. And I hear you, I feel you, I love the captain. But that first half against Manchester City, that first half is a first half of football that will live with me very long. And these three gentlemen were quite simply sublime. Absolutely sublime. Thiago is sensational. Fabinho is one of, if not the best holding midfielder in the world. And Naby Keita showed what he's capable of again. And I want to continue that with Keita because I think he's probably fighting for a new contract. He's certainly fighting for his future at our club and maybe at another top level club if he decides to move on down the line. But I think right now, make hay while the sun's shining. Go for Keita, Thiago and Fabinho. We can't let the momentum drop. We have an opportunity to move ahead of Manchester City before they play Brighton on Wednesday, and we've got to do that. We've got to make sure we get the win. So I'm going for our strongest possible midfield trio. In this title race now, you have to take your opportunities when they present, and one of the opportunities, and maybe one of the few opportunities that we have to put pressure on Pep Guardiola and Manchester City is to get our points before they play. In any games we're scheduled to play before them, we've got to make sure the onus is back on them and they feel like they're playing catch up even with a game in hand. So we've got to win, we've got to play well, and I think that's the midfield three that does it. Up top, look, anybody who doesn't think Luis Diaz deserves to start on the left hand side, give your heads a wobble because he's been sublime, sensational. Watch him back the game against City again. The man's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Bundles of energy. Always an option, a pain in the arse, a pest. I just love him, and I want him to play. So he's on the left. Now, Mohamed Salah on the right. I know there's going to be people that are asking, at what point do we look at Mohamed Salah and say, he's not providing enough, he's not scoring enough, he needs to be rested? For me, that point is never, because it's Mohamed Salah. Now, I flirted with dropping him before, or resting him before, but ultimately, I'm trying to look at Mohamed Salah outside of just pure goal scoring, and he is a pain in the arse to other teams. He does always take two players across. He does take a lot of attention away from the other areas that if we can move the ball, we can create space, we can overload. And look, Salah's getting in the right positions. He's doing the right things. Like any great forward, they will go through periods where they don't score. Kane's done it for a while as well. And I think Mohamed Salah will find form eventually. So keep playing Mo, right hand side, through the centre, Sadio Mane. It's no argument for me. Jota is a good goal scorer, but there's a lot to be worked on about his overall game up top. I think since Klopp had the masterstroke of moving Sadio Mane from the left centrally, I think we've seen a whole new Sadio Mane, and a Sadio Mane that since he's come back from the AFCON and obviously the World Cup qualifier against Egypt, he looks completely revitalised. He looks absolutely sensational. His goals, again, you can look at them two ways. One, the determination to press Stefan for the first goal, absolutely sensational. And just the sheer cheek of him to hit that volley as well. The way he did, Thiago set it up for him, but you could see in the execution of it, there's just something about Sadio that's a little bit different. Something that can be a little bit sensational, a little bit Bobby-esque at times. And that for me is an 11 that wipes the floor with Manchester United. So that's my 11. That's my score prediction. Now I'm going to go over to the chat and see what you guys think. Do you want me to have a bash of the predicted or a combined 11, by the way? I had no plans to do this, but I've seen a few of them that are really just making my skin crawl. They're so bad. So will I have a bash at a Liverpool-Manchester United combined 11? Just for shits and giggles. Right, I'll do it. Fuck it. Let's have a bash. Let's start off in goal. Actually, this is trickier than you might think. De Gea, I really do rate. I have to say. Like, I don't want to stick up for United players too often, but I have a lot of time for David De Gea as a goalkeeper. I think he's sensational. And you could make an argument to put him in ahead of Alisson. I think you could. I think you genuinely could. But I won't be making that argument because I think Alisson Becker is the best goalkeeper in the world. But David De Gea, I just want to put it out there, right up here, top notch. The fact that there was even a debate between some Manchester United fans between David De Gea and Dean Henderson was an absolute disgrace. Henderson's not fit to lace up the gloves of David De Gea. So look, I'm going to go with Alisson in goal. Moving across to right back, easy, Trent, no argument. Left back, obviously, Robbo, no argument. Don't even come at me with your arguments. You know I'm right about this. Who's Shaw? Nah, sorry, nowhere near as good as Robertson. Telesh? No, nowhere near as good as Robertson. So look, we're all in agreement. Trent right back, Robbo left back. And even United fans, if you're not in agreement with me, deep down, you're in agreement with me. So Robbo left back, Trent at right back. Centre backs. Van Dijk, obviously. Now, do I do the PC thing and put in Varane? Which is what everybody would be expecting me to do. And you know what? Nine times out of 10, it's probably what I would expect me to do. But I feel I've had my fair combined 11 already this season, where I looked at it and thought, when I did Manchester City, Liverpool, I thought, okay, 6 Liverpool players, 5 City, that probably balances itself out. So for this one, no. It's going to be Matip for me on this season's form. Matip and Van Dijk are the centre-backs in this combined Liverpool-Manchester United 11. So, okay, there's been 5 Liverpool players so far. Fair enough. Let's move into midfield. Maybe we'll surprise ourselves. Maybe there'll be a United player in here. Holding midfield role. Fabinho, obviously. I mean, don't even come at me. It's simple. Done it. Boxed it off. We move on. Now, I'm going to go with 2 attack-minded midfielders here. And this is where I will find a way to get one United player in. Because I hate this lad, but he's quality. When he's at it. Bruno Fernandes does get into my combined 11. So Bruno Fernandes and Thiago are my midfielders. My more on the front foot, moving forward. Thiago can drop in, playing a double pivot with Fabinho if needs be. But I am going to put Bruno Fernandes in. Because I think with a decent coach, with good players around him, with not having to resort to just bitching at the referee for 90 minutes. Look, there's a player in there, in Bruno Fernandes. There is. Like, I can't deny it. He's a good player. So Bruno Fernandes and Thiago. Moving up top. Right hand side. Salah. Boxed off. We've done it. Well done. We've all agreed. Moving through the centre. It's difficult, folks. It's difficult. I respect Ronaldo's numbers. I think he scored over 20 since he's come back from United or to United. Scored a hat-trick. The worst hat-trick you'll ever see, by the way. Don't let anybody else fool you. Don't let any of this United nonsense pander to. It's nonsense. The hat-trick was shite. I'd have saved the last free kick and I'm a fat twat. So the hat-trick we can rule out. But his numbers are great. But he does fuck all else. So no, we won't be getting in my team. Mane goes through the centre. There you go. Boxed it off. It's done. Left-hand side. See, left-hand side's a bit trickier. Because Luis Diaz has only been here a wet day. So even if I'm looking at the performances over the course of the season, I don't think I can really put in Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. Because I think that's too biased even for me. So looking at United's team, left-hand side of attack, who have we got up there? Well, one of them is unavailable, let's just say, for reasons that we're not allowed to talk about right now. Rashford has been, look, he's a wonderful human being, Marcus Rashford, but he's been shy this season, so can't put him in there. So what it really boils down to there is, do I find a way to put Diogo Jota in there? No, I put Luis Diaz in there because I'm not fucking insane. So it's Luis Diaz on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, Sadio Mane to the centre. So my combined Liverpool 11 is basically Liverpool United. It's basically just our 11, but I put Bruno Fernandes in for the sympathy vote. He's like, you know, that kid that gets put in a team because, you know, you've got to, you can't just have all the ones you want because, you know, we've got to do something right. We've got to do something nice. We've got to pet the little people on the head to make sure that they don't lose their marbles. So, Uncle Craigos combined Liverpool Manchester United 11. There you go. I've boxed it off. It's simple. It's done. And I've probably still put one United player too many in there, so I apologise to any Liverpool fans I've insulted with that, but there we go. That's where we are, folks. And look, I believe with Bruno Fernandes in this team, you know, they could do alright. But, you know, ultimately, United are shy. There's too many leaks coming out of the dressing room. The club is an abomination. The stadium's falling apart. Fuck them. There we are. That's my combined 11. Boxed off. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. That's it. That's the 11. Right. Do you know what? That wasn't even a planned segment, by the way. I just sat down and I thought, I'm feeling a little bit cheeky today. And I was tired before I did the stream, but lights come on, cameras on, and all of a sudden I'm awake. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my combined 11. And there we go. So, look, I'm going to go over to the chat and see how we're all feeling. Yeah, there we go. Varane and VVD? No. See, I feel like if I put Varane in there, I'm putting it because of his Real Madrid time. And let's be honest, he's all right, Varane. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Rafael Varane's a shit centre back. He's not, but he's been infected by having that rather large-headed individual beside him at centre back. I feel like he's been Maguired. It's rubbed off on him a little bit, and I feel like that his new level of okay is, well, I'm not, I just have to be a little bit better than Harry Maguire. And that's not very hard. So, no, I don't think that Rafael Varane is the same Rafael Varane that he was at Real Madrid. And I don't think that he gets into the team ahead of Matip. In fact, I don't think he gets into the team ahead of Canade. Nat Phillips? Yeah, okay, I'll give him ahead of Nat Phillips. So in the reserve team, maybe starting, maybe backup. But no, I think I'm right. I think I missed the super chat somewhere. Sorry, Rabadon. I seen your super chat pop in, dude. I'm trying to fly back up. I've missed it, Rabadon. I'm sorry, my man. Can you just put it in a normal comment, buddy? And I'll get it again. But the chat's closed here for me, and I can't go back to find it. I apologise. Good, strong team. Blow them away first half, and then we can rest some in the second half. Let me just change scenes back here 1 sec. Boom, and we're back. Happy days. I hope he smashed them, said Declan Farrell. He's barely played. United fans based on what Varane did at Madrid. Exactly, that's my point. Look, Varane, when he came to United, I thought, do you know what, they've got themselves a good player there. But he's not been the same. Now look, also, I think he's had some injuries. I'm not 100% certain, because I don't subject myself to watching United very often, because, well, I don't want to lose the will to live, quite frankly. I'm a Manchester United fan, and I think De Gea and Ronaldo walk into the combined 11. This is just my opinion. No, look, De Gea, mate, I give you De Gea. Like, I genuinely think there could be a debate with De Gea, 100%. I rate De Gea greatly. And the reason that Ronaldo hasn't gotten into my 11 isn't because, I hate Ronaldo. I just, he'll score goals, but that's all he'll do. And in the way that Liverpool set up to play football, we can't carry passengers in our 11. And when how do I say this? I think a lot of teams can afford one luxury player. So if you have a Ronaldo in there, or you have a Messi in there, or you've got a Neymar in there, or, you can afford to carry a passenger. He'll score a shit ton of goals, don't get me wrong. Like, he is an absolutely incredible finisher, Cristiano Ronaldo. But he just doesn't do anything. Like, he's not going to close down. He's not going to defend from the front. And in a system the way Liverpool play, and look, I'm basing this off the way we play, because I don't even think United have an actual style at the minute, so I can't base it off United's. I don't think we'll be able to defend from the front and use our high line if Ronaldo was at the front of our attack. We need somebody who's going to close down, somebody who's going to press, somebody who's going to help us defend from the front. And I don't think Ronaldo would do that. So that's why. Of course, I know that the man scores goals. Another Canade header. Let's hope Maguire starts, said Boom Chaka. Somebody put up in our Discord group earlier on, I think, put up a post from Goldbridge in, I think it was 2019, I think, when he said, great to have Maguire as captain or a leader or something. Haven't had this level of leadership in a long time. Something along those lines. Yeah. That hasn't really worked out too well, has it? Now look, I'm not slagging off Goldbridge for his take. We've all had takes that have come back to bite us in the arse, absolutely, myself included in that. What I'm saying is, it's just another example of overhyped English nonsense, and the public being fooled into believing that he is something that he isn't. Like, the fact that Harry Maguire is the world's most expensive defender is, quite frankly, a stain on the game. Like, it's a stain on English football. It's one of the most embarrassing transfers, I think, potentially ever in the Premier League for that amount of money. Like, when you think that they replaced him with Soyuncu, who is there or thereabouts level, maybe even better than Maguire. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I mean, when is the match? Tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Maguire isn't worth 7 million. 80 million. Like, 80, like, think about this, United fans. So, when you go into the club shop, and, you know, you've worked really hard all week, you bring your kids with you, you go in, you want to treat the family, you go to the club store, you're looking around, you know, thinking to yourself, right, well, start of the season, we've saved up for this, fuck it, let's treat the family. Get yourself a new shirt, get the kids a couple of shirts, get your missus a new hoodie or a shirt or whatever she wants, and you go to the till, and you pay your hard-earned money. It must really be satisfying, it must really nurture your soul to know that when you hand over that money, that hard-earned money that you've worked away 40 plus hours a week for, you've sacrificed and saved up, to know that that money isn't being wasted. You know, to know that that money is used to pay wages and transfer fees for somebody of the ilk of Harry Maguire. Just let that sit with you for a minute. Just let it sit for a minute. I'll wait. What was that? You're not doing any overtime ever again? I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Craig, Klopp would surely make at least one change. Probably, Ava. He could do, but this is just an 11 that I want to see. This is my 11, Ava. This is my 11. So yeah, he probably will make a change. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Hendo starts, but I'd like to see it this way. And that was me being a bit defensive. Like, if I wanted to go attack-minded, I'd have found a way to put Bobby in again. Put Bobby in the attacking midfield role. When do we get Fabio Carvalho? Says Jay Singh. End of the season, mate. End of the season. He's they're really close to winning promotion now, Fulham. Derby went down today, by the way, which is, look, I'll be honest, Derby's, you know, a proper historic football club. Sad to see them go down, genuinely. Yeah, just sad to see them go down. Hate to see football clubs that have, you know, been... I remember Derby being in the top division. Like, I'm old enough to remember those days of Derby County playing football at the baseball ground. And yeah, it is a shame to see them go down. And hopefully whoever comes in and buys them is able to get them back up, because good football club, Derby County. Carvalho will be great for us. I'd love Bellingham too. Oh, so would I, mate. I'd absolutely love a bit of Jude Bellingham. Do you know what? I have to say, the more I look at Tchouaméni, the more I don't think he's a good fit for us. He's a great footballer, but not. He's just, for me, I just don't see him at Liverpool. Now, look, he could end up at Liverpool. I could end up being completely wrong, looking like a fool, but I've gone out of my way to watch a bit more of him, and I'm not blown away yet. But then again, look, to be fair, there are some people who've said to me that they've watched Bellingham and think similarly. So I guess sometimes it's just a matter of what you like. How many people are in the Discord group? I think Ava 340 odd. I think something around that. Now look, being really honest, there are probably people in that Discord group whose membership's long since expired, but if you think that I'm going to go through and check 340 accounts and cross-reference them against Twitch and Twitter or YouTube to figure out if they're members or not, I don't have the time. LFC's new kit. Yeah, we're going to deal with that tonight, mate. We're going to bring that up tonight. I'll be back at 8:45 with Paddy and Chris, and we'll be looking at the new kit, and we'll be talking about stuff tonight. If you have seen the new kit, by the way, you know, please do let me know in the chat what you think of it. It kind of reminds me of the 2005 kit. That's what it reminds me of. The 0405 kit, I should say. It reminds me a lot of that, with the kind of the two-toned red, the kind of simplistic round neck. Now, I will say one thing. I don't believe that this new home shirt is going to be a friend of the fat man like me. But I think it's okay, you know. I don't mind the different coloured red around the cuffs and the sleeve, a little bit in the back of the neck. I think it's okay. It's a very inoffensive kit, which sometimes is all right. Now, I don't know if you've seen the second and third kits that have been leaked. They look tasty. Like, okay, one of them may look a little bit like a Colgate ad, but I like it. So yeah, I'm okay with the kits. Jen, do you need the link to the Discord group? If you do, Jen, just drop me an email and we'll get it sent to you, Jen. So just email contact@AnfieldAgenda.com contact@AnfieldAgenda.com, and I'll get that emailed over to you, Jen. If we're on Twitch, it's easier. I can just whisper it to you. I say I like I've ever done it. Craig, have you heard the new Liverpool shirt sponsor figures? So again, for people that aren't sure what Fahim is mentioning, Liverpool have 1 year to go with Standard Chartered as their sponsor, and there's talk that Liverpool are listening to offers or shopping around at the minute to look at shirt sponsorship options. I think, and I could be wrong on this, I'm working off memory, I think the current deal works out at about 40 million a year. Again, if I'm wrong on that, I apologise, but where we are right now as a club, I think it's right that Liverpool are trying to get the best deal and shopping around, because we're hot commodity right now, and yeah, we should be looking to get as much as we can. I don't know if the stuff that happened with Standard Chartered away from the footballing world and the banking sector is going to impact Liverpool's decision making here. I don't know, but ultimately, I just want what's best for the club, same as you guys. It got me thinking though, what would look good on the front of a Liverpool shirt? So someone said Tesla would be great. I think Diet Coke would look great on the front of the shirt. Carlsberg would be nice to get back as well, wouldn't it? I mean, I think I'm right in saying that Carlsberg and Liverpool are the longest serving commercial partnership in English football, I think. I know that they've been working hand in hand together with the club for a very, very long time. Now, I don't like Carlsberg as a beer, I have to hands up, but full respect for the partnership with the club. So yeah, let me know what would look good on it. Candy would be great, but do Candy even exist anymore? Does Candy exist as an electric brand anymore? I think Jordan would look nice. Jordan wouldn't be the sponsors though, mate. Jordan would be the manufacturer. And I think there is some Liverpool LeBron stuff coming down the line as far as I'm aware. Hannah said, hi Craig, haven't got to tune in a while on YouTube, hope you're good. I'm good, thank you Hannah, I hope you are as well, hope you had a nice weekend. Durex would be quite a safe sponsor. Come on Darren, get it into you. SpaceX on the front of the shirt. Carlsberg would be nice, said Boom Chaka. But for the Islamic players it wouldn't work. Yeah, no, I hear you on that one, mate, absolutely. Yeah, what would look nice on the front of it? I like the Diet Coke idea, but then again, it's not a million miles away from the colour of the Standard Chartered stuff, is it? Jamie said, Craig, any idea how much we've made from the Cups and Champions League this year so far? I haven't got a clue. Jamie, I haven't got a clue. What I would say to you is, if you ever want to find out about football finance stuff, just go onto Twitter and check Swiss Ramble. Absolutely fantastic. Also, definitely check out the Tompkins Times. Check out Paul Tompkins. Check out Andrew Beasley, based Tune to Red, another great Liverpool finance-based Twitter and statistics-based Twitter account. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Crown Paints would be nice, wouldn't it? Yes, Crown Paints would be lovely. Now, I don't think Crown Paints would have the Spondulix maybe to sponsor us, but yeah, Crown Paints would be nice. Kyo's Crisps, said Stephen Dunn. And you know what, I still wouldn't get any love from Kyo's. But yeah, Kyo's Crisps would be nice. Thatcher's Gold. Yeah, Joanne, I don't think Thatcher's and the Liverpool shirt, even if it is a cider brand, I don't think that's going to work, Joanne. The name Thatcher on the front of a Liverpool shirt, no. But I get where you're coming from. I think it's a cider, if my memory's right, is it? IKEA logo or Heineken. Watch us get to McDonald's. Does anybody remember? Is anybody else old enough to remember the McDonald's that used to be at Anfield? I think it was in the Cop, if my memory's right, or at the back of the Cop. I have vague recollections of it from my first ever trip over. But there was a McDonald's once upon a time in Anfield. Walker's Crisps. Can't have Liverpool being associated with inferior crisps. Walker's? Jesus. I feel really sorry for a lot of English people that have to make do with the really, really bang average cheese and onion that you have in that country. I mean, get yourselves over to Ireland, get yourself some Kyo, some Hunky Dory, some Tayto. Now, I'm not talking about your yellow Nordy Tayto. I mean the proper Tayto, the red ones. I mean, imagine the cheek of making cheese and onion crisps in a blue packet. Silly, silly, silly. Right, my friends, I am going to leg it and get ready and get set up for tonight's stream. 8:45 tonight, myself, Mr. Paddy Murphy, Mr. Chris Stonage, my favourite show of the week, Cop the Week. Drop a like on the video, do hit that subscribe button before you head off. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys tonight at 8:45.